Gaya na nga na sinasabi ko, kahit no bearing or bearing tong game na to, ayokong magkaroon sila nung attitude na pag wala ng bearing. Mag-ano na lang, mag-relax. No? Gusto ko lagi consistent kami, every game, kahit sinong kalaban, huwag mong i-underestimate, huwag kang magkukumpiyansa dahil magdi-develop ka ng bad habit yan eh. So, sa amin talagang preparation na to for playoff since ito yung one of the strong team in the South.
Manchester is a very good team. Right now, they're in the first place in the Northern Conference. Pero, just like I said, our team is composed of veterans and rookies. Not that, can make a big headache to other teams. Give them a big headache. Because we're just not, as of now, I think we're not in the stage of really getting our games into it. No? Sometimes we're up already, then all of a sudden we will collapse. Siguro, given more time, going to the quarterfinals or to the semis, siguro we'll be there and fighting now already.
You've heard the coaches and the kind of mindsets they're bringing into this important ball game. As we welcome you to the Evelio Javier Memorial Stadium here in San Jose, Antique. Maayong gabi sa inyong tanan ba? Nice to be back here. Always a pleasure to be in the South. Enjoyable always. Butch Maniego.
At totoo yan, Sept, and it was despite some slight delays this morning at the airport, wala namang problema. Nakarating kami dito matiwasay at sana kayo din ay matiwasay kung saan man kayo naroon.
Okay, in the minds of our viewers, they're concerned about the team standings. Go through it, my partner.
Well, Manila is still on top of the heap of the league at 26-3, but shifting over to the south, that is where a big development just occurred with Laguna winning over Negros. This means IloIlo will still have a chance to finish in a tie with Negros if they sweep their last 4 games. That means the fate of the Megavolts still very much in their hands. Another happy team over the development earlier was Cebu, because now they also have a chance to catch up with Negros. Although, kapag natapos sila na tabla, Negros has the tie-break edge against Cebu.
And in an important game such as this and going into the wild card round, eventually the playoffs and the other parts of the postseason events, you have to go with your reliables, the players that you can count on, Butch.
Well, definitely these are the two reliables of the Manila Metro Stars. Their inside-outside combo of Romel Aducol and Alex Compton. Here is their production in the first game against IloIlo, which incidentally the Metro Stars won easily by 17 points. You can see Singson and Magtulis, two young players actually forming the foundation of the IloIlo Megavolts.
Talking with Coach Louis Alas, he also feels that losing that game against Negros might have been just timely, a wake-up call, compared to losing later on when it would be more painful, Butch.
Kasi playoffs na yun. And Manila already looking forward to that best-of-5 conference semis. Pero pagtuon natin pansin, itong wild card round. Because the wild card round is very important. It's going to be a short best-of-3. IloIlo trying to avoid winding up having to play in that round, but one more loss and they will have to.
Let's keep in mind that the top 2 teams of each conference or each division will draw byes, and they will not go through what is known as the wild card round, which is the first phase of the postseason events.
Totoo yan. At yung 3 to 6, yung apat pang magka-qualify after the regular season, sila yung dadaan sa round na yun. At pag-uusapan natin yan.
And now, enjoy the golden voice of Kerr Cruz as he introduces the home squad, the IloIlo Megavolts.
Our forward number 18, Joey Santamaria. Small forward number 48, Ronald Montulis. Big guard number 17, Roy Lura. And point guard number 50, Dale Simpson. Your Megavolts are coached by Danny Rivera.
So more or less standard issue for both clubs. In-season is there but not suited up. Maybe that shoulder of his is still bothering him, but more or less both teams going with their strengths.
So yan, at nakausap natin si Vince before the game. He's really aching to play, but aching is exactly what the right shoulder is doing to him. So tiis-tiis daw muna, but you never know. If the playoffs go far, if the Megavolts go far in the playoffs, he just might find himself back in action.
Buenaventura, Británico, and Padres, wearing jerseys 16, 19, and 20, are patrolling the beat here today. Now, tell me where the scoreboard is today.
It's there.
Okay.
There.
Ayun,
Dun
sa
yung
kanto.
score, dun yung time.
Okay.
Kala ko tinatawag mo kanina, binabasa mo pa rin
Hindi.
yung mga referee, pangalan ng referee.
Here's Romel Aducol. You know, it may not be the easiest opponent when you go up against the Metro Stars, who are, of course, trying to bounce back after that defeat. A big one at the hands of the Negros Slashers, who were really prepared for that game.
Inambush sila, but however, Negros has that tendency na medyo disturbing na mapofocus sila ng energy sila on one particular game and forget everything else.
Santa Maria with a stab, close to the goal. It will stay with the Mega Balls.
And the crowd here immediately getting loud. Alam mo, nagbibiroan kami dati na nag-umpisa pa lang tayo dito sa San Jose Antique. The crowd usually waited until the fourth quarter to make up their mind kung kanino sila mag-cheer. Now, I think they realized they have a home team.
Wala nang pacing ito. Yell na kaagad. We are 30 seconds into the game. Danny Gavieres, as you can see, bottom segment of your picture. And to call the shots as Lura receives it off the inbound.
Actually, I look at Danny Gavieres and even Louis Alas. Tells me one thing, nobody gains weight among the coaches in the NBA during the season.
I guess so. Sa kakapuyat ba naman, ano? 6 seconds on the shot clock. Down now to 5. Fall away by Lura. Can't ring the bell, and Aducol is in charge of the rebound. Diagonal cross court. Willing recipient is De La Rosa.
Well, marami rin nag-cheer para sa Manila Metro Stars dito.
May mga players kasi may mga favorites sila. So kahit saan tayo magpunta,
Meron.
opportunity naman nila maka-cheer sa kanilang mga favorites. Inside foray, hindi pumasok, but there's a foul sending the shooter to the line. Watch this FedEx fast break. Si Alex Compton talaga, yung diagonal cross-court, master na master niya talaga. At saka alam niya nandun na si Ruben De La Rosa.
I think Alex Compton would have been a great athlete in any sport.
Exactly.
Lalo na yung kanyang eye-hand coordination. In fact, I saw him bowl a month ago or so, and he also bowls well.
Snail's pace as far as the scoring is concerned. May early game jitters ang ating dalawang koponan. Lura taking care of the second free throw. Quickly to Pia Gonzalez, who has not gone home for a week.
Yes, sir. Kung intensity sa practice ang pagbabasehan, masasabi kong determinadong manalo at makabawi ang Manila Metro Stars sa huling ng pagkatalo against the Negros Slashers. Seryoso ang kanilang mga practice at halos wala na silang pangungulitan. Although they did work on their inside game, it was their outside shooting that they spent a lot of time on dahil itong nawala sa Negros. Today, they will also concentrate on doing the little things right because they want to end their spectacular season on a high note. Sev, back to you.
Thank you very much for reminding us that this is indeed the last game of the Metro Stars in the regular season.
Just as it was earlier for the Negros Slashers as well.
Good fake that time by Demate. Of course, gusto mong manalo to end your season, hoping that that euphoria of a win will spill over into the next round. They will draw a bye, no question about that. They will await their next opponent. Anong series ang kanilang aantayin, Butch?
For Manila?
Sinong yung winner ng anong series?
Actually, Manila will draw the team that will be the lowest surviving seed. So, kumbaga, whether it be the number 4, 5, or 6 seed, hindi pa yun siya.
In the meantime, a follow-up by Romel Aducol makes the ball game 6-1, and it looks like, is it a timeout or a violation?
It's a violation on the Megavolts. I think Manila has come out rocking and rolling here
Yes.
in the first period.
Because this team has a tendency to start very sluggishly. Kahit nung nasa SEA Games sila, kahit nung Siyaba, kahit nung during the course of their 22-game winning streak, mabagal talaga mag-umpisa ang kupunan na ito.
Well, not today.
8-1, Cali as Don Polistico has his back to the basket. There's the curl against the Ducal. That won't work. Just as a reminder, the last time we saw these two teams face each other, it was a win by Manila last August 29, 92-75 was the hum of the count. Big move that time by Demape.
By the way, congratulations to all the players who were named to the All-Star team.
September 26th sa
Yes.
Cebu.
Right now, I understand from Manila, we have Alex Compton, Romel Aducol, Gilbert Demape, and Peter Martin. While for IloIlo, which will, of course, go to the South team, they have Dale Singson and Roy Lura.
Lura parang homecoming, ano? Native
Yes.
Cebuano yan eh.
Also for Demape.
Yes, indeed. Pinibiro nga si Dinapi, he was a tad distracted in that Manila-Cebu game last week because, coming home, couldn't really get going there despite the fact, Manila emerged victorious there, winning it in the home stretch. Set up job for Demape, but they go to the Aducol inside, traveling, yes. Lexi Schultz is taking care of the Mega Balls this evening. Go ahead, please.
Okay, Seb. Well, the game plan for IloIlo today, actually, it's a typical one when it comes to the physical aspect. Going against a team as strong as the Manila Metro Stars, the Mega Balls are going to try and run faster today. They're going to try and deny all of those shooters such as Alex Compton. And, of course, they will definitely be double teaming on Aducol. The last time around, 18 missed free throws really killed them. But it's a big lack of want to win the game that brought the Mega Balls down the last time they went against the Metro Stars. So today they're going to have to do without Vince Nison, but it's the want for them to win that might just get them this win. Guys, back to you.
Well, they just have to pump up the volume based on what Lexi was reporting because they're falling behind here by 8. 10-2 is the count as we still have 8:40 to go.
And they have to make some changes right away. Jojo Lim already at the scorer's table. Alam mo kung saan naiiwanan to IloIlo sa depensa. When they miss from long range, it invariably results in Manila getting an easy layup at the other end.
Ang bilis mag-pounce ng opportunity nitong Manila, especially on the break, as Butch pointed out. Ball is on the floor as the big man grappled for it. Peter Martin, who did not see action in the last time these two met, diving for the ball, but it will stay with IloIlo. Here's a called 45, strong move. This will segue us into a Winston 30-second timeout requested by Danny Gutierrez, who wants to stop the bleeding. Let's listen in to Danny Gutierrez.
Well, Coach Danny Gutierrez has much reason to be upset because, as he mentioned, IloIlo not being patient in their offense, kulang sa pasahan, kulang sa paghahanap ng open man. Samantalang sa depensa naman, naiiwanan sila. And that has led to many easy baskets for Manila here in the early going.
Talagang out of sync itong IloIlo dito sa umpisa ng laro, and Manila is quick to take advantage of that dilemma that IloIlo finds itself in here in the early stages of this encounter. Which reported earlier that Laguna won against Negros. The count then was 119-97.
Surprisingly bad loss for the Slashers.
Yes, indeed. When you take into account the race, as the shot clock winds down, Manila obtains possession through hustle, and De La Rosa takes care of business. It's a 12-2 count as Manila fires away.
When the Metro Stars are playing well, they really make basketball look so easy. On the other hand, IloIlo is really plodding. They're really having a hard time keeping up with Manila.
Trying to run a triangle here, but it gets jammed. The police figure says, I'll fire anyway.
Well, I'm sure that was not the end result that Danny Gutierrez wanted. Polistico taking a shot, but at least they got the 2 points.
Romel Aducol drops to the deck, trying to spin away from the defense. Penetration. Lura loses the ball as he was about to go and release it for a layup. Check out this Volca-sealed shot block. Oh, deflected just enough to alter the shot. Still a 12-4 count as we report to you live from Antique, the Avelio Javier Gymnasium Memorial Stadium.
Lura really down on himself because he, I think, really struggled here in the first quarter, and that has really bogged down the offense, especially of IloIlo. Francis Aquino coming off the bench to replace him. Aquino, one of the leading candidates for 6th Man of the Year honors. And so is Jojo Lim, who also came in.
Every time these two teams play, nagtatawanan ito si Adukol at saka si Pulistico. I think something only big men will understand.
Oh,
huh?
yes.
De La Rosa sends it to Adukol. Leading candidates, possible winners in our Hardiplex race. Inside pass. Adukol is smothered.
If Aduco didn't bobble the basketball, then that would have been a dunk.
And here is IloIlo trying to capitalize on that miss. Lim takes a pass, takes a shot, goes for it anyway. Polistico is under the basket, and the big man delivers.
Unexpected offense being provided by Don Purisco. 5 points here in the first period and cutting the lead of Manila to 6.
Manila leading by as much as 10. At 12-2, here's Demape. Crosses it inside. Manila's passes being read very clearly by IloIlo at this point. As Aquino running shot. Yes! Listen to the roar!
That's why he's Mr. Unorthodox. You never can expect the same shot twice
Exactly.
from Francis Aquino.
Bantayan mo sa kanan, baka tirahan ka ng kaliwa, kantayin mo yung layup, baka running shot ang ibitaw sa'yo. 6-0 explosion by the Megavolts. Alex Compton in traffic. Adukol saves the day.
One thing frightening about Manila at this early going is that Compton is more content to pass off, leading the scoring to his teammates like Adukol and Demape.
Nabasa ko dun sa parang pregame agenda ni Assistant Coach Rafa Dinglasan. Allow Compton to bring down the ball. Check-in nila yung iba. But in the meantime, excellent collapse inside by Manila. Coming up is a DHL assist. Watch this. The Mutt and Jeff combination of Manila delivering that assist. We're going to take a break here in as much as we have a timeout charge to the Manila Metro Stars, who are ahead by 6.
And super cotton cotton.
Fans of all ages, from all walks of life, joining us here and joining all of you wherever you may be. Of Joey Menta stepping in for the first time in the lineup of the Megavolts. We're down at this point by 6, but have managed to engineer some kind of a resurgence.
Manila shooting 7 of 11 here in the early going for 64%. IloIlo only 33% at 3 of 9. Well, Joey Mendez is insanely popular around these parts. Warm-ups pa lang pumped up na yung crowd nung nakita pa lang siya.
Yes. Kasi yung average height na Pilipino, you see a little of yourself yung ganun sa kanya. Yung maliksi sa court, aktibo, sumusubok makaisa sa mga malalaki.
Kumbaga ano siya yung
Every man.
every man, that's true.
14-10 ang ating bilang dito. 5 minutes and 15 ang nalalabi. Alex Compton fakes a shot, steps into a jumper. It rattles away. Rebounded to the hands of Polistico, who throws away the basketball. In his earnest desire to initiate a fast break, just threw away the leather. Manny Gavieres with a grimace on his face.
Alam mo, gamble talaga minsan kasi yung outlet pass, especially if you are not, if you don't have a wide open person. If you're trying to hit somebody who's being guarded on the fast break, talagang mahirap yung pasang yun.
Lalo na nun, 2-on-1 situation.
Oo.
Lamang ang depensa nun. Compton dishing off inside. De La Rosa, the interior decorator of the Manila Metro Stars. I know it's not appropriate, but hindi ko sinasabing yun na sobre gay kasi napaka-macho naman itong si De La Rosa. Okay, that rebound. Lost, recovered, scored. Unorthodox indeed. There is no textbook in his school.
Tungkol sa pag-shoot ng basketball, walang pakialam si Francis Aquino.
4 ang laman ng Manila. Temperature of the ballgame has been transformed by IloIlo. You wanted to say?
I was wondering why Ronald Maculis did not start this ballgame. I know he got hurt a bit during their last game.
So itong IloIlo Butch, nung papunta tayo rito sa Antigua, which is 2 hours away from Iloilo City. Sabi mo, ang Bulls, they've lost 4 of their last 5.
Yes, that's true. And I really think that sudden letdown, parang bigla silang nangapa, especially after the Jones Cup stint. Doon sila medyo nag-struggle. But I think this team, they will find themselves eventually. These last 4 games in the regular season will reveal a lot of the real character of the Mega Bulls. I don't know. I don't know if Danny Gaviria has seen enough of Don Coristico, but he scored 5 points, so he probably has will have a stay of execution.
I'm looking at Danny Gavieres, and what you're talking about is exactly in his mind. It's revealed by his body language. Good catch, good catch, and a foul.
Francis Aquino also knows how to draw fouls. He got one from Alex Compton there.
The bench, the brain trust of IloIlo is trying to reassure Don Polistico that life is all right. Things are all right, despite those 2 passes that went awry.
Seems like a lucky break for IloIlo. To my thinking, looked like it was Francis Aquino who warded off. But Alex Compton, never the gentleman, he didn't even dispute the call.
Yes. 16-12. 16-13 as we enter the last 3:43.
Francis Aquino, one of the top 5 or 6 in free throw shooting in the league at 78%.
And has accumulated 5 points in this first quarter.
Bilis yun. Instant offense.
And Polistico with a push as he tried to jam a Ducol. And I think Danny Gavieres may have seen enough as of the moment. And he goes to the Bicolano Superman, Yoyo Villamin. And Polistico gets a good hand from the fans because he did his job despite the errors.
By the errors, he had the good of the team on his mind. He wanted to get everybody more involved and more hyper for this game.
By the way, AC Brown is in the ball game for the first time for Manila. Mente with a good pass inside. Aquino with a heel that goes nowhere, tries to save it. Mente, up, and away, but he is fouled. Oh, Aducol trying to save Mente.
At siguro iniisip ng Manila, hindi lang pala isa, dalawa pa pala kayong ganyan.
Ano ito? Parang 5 turumpo itong kalaban namin dito. Op. Ayan, up, sandali. Baka mahulog ka diyan, kaibigan. Foul si Aducol, second personal foul on the big A. A flying A, may big A.
Lucio Serrano is in for Compton. Well, aside from the foul trouble, I think they need Serrano to at least put the clamps on Joey Mente before he goes any wilder, if that is possible.
One-point game.
And this was hard to imagine moments ago when Manila sped off by 10 points and the crowd here was stunned.
Alex Compton has been brought to the bench. Demape gliding like that gazelle that we like to liken him to. No whistle. It looked like there was a whistle. Players halted. Aquino, nothing. Rebound battle. Peter Martin. Martin will get this ball.
And I think Manila is starting to adjust and recognize the fact that there are indeed home calls.
You're going to say it. I knew it. You were going to say it. (16-15) tally, 1-point lead by the visitors. We'll be back with more of the MBA right after this.
Dunkin' Donuts Quail Umbrella. Para sa kahit anong panahon.
Other brands say they have large freezers. We say we have the largest. The Mega Space Design, an exclusive feature of the new generation Condura Platinum series.
Dunkin' Donuts Quail Umbrella.
78 pesos lang.
world's largest city is experienced at her very heart, the Royal Mandaya Hotel, where you experience warm smiles, warm hospitality in such an enchanting place, with 200 guest rooms and suites that offer a breathtaking view of majestic Mount Apo and the Davao Gulf. The Royal Mandaya Hotel.
Dunkin' Donuts Quail Umbrella. Pili na kayo.
Paddock's Jeans, a legend on its own.
Mobilite battery, ang materyang matagalan.
The Megavolts have engineered a run, and you're taking a look at Governor Ezequiel Javier. And we have some other officials here, like Sangguniang Bayan Councilor Rey Gabiera, Gideon Javier. He's not exactly a government official. He's a fan of the Megavolts. And he's the nephew of the governor.
Of course, we are at the Evelio B. Javier Memorial Stadium.
We're tied. Ang balita ko, ayun, pinasok na yung mga air condition kanina. By the next time we meet here, could be...
Malamig na.
At least I failed to mention this is a battle of two division champions, Butch.
Yes, it is. And IloIlo starting to play like one.
They now have the lead, 17-16. That will not work, and the rebound controlled by IloIlo. Here's Mente.
And part of the reason is Aduco is now being frustrated offensively.
Roll pass over to Mente, who's just tearing up the inside, the interior defense of Manila with sheer hustle.
I think Negros showed IloIlo a thing or two about how to attack Manila, especially inside, getting their big men into foul trouble.
Okay, earlier I erroneously reported that Aducol had committed the foul. It was actually on ground. So Aducol now with actually two fouls. Okay, let's get that clear. Here's Joey Mente. You know, this is a shooter's friendly goal.
Yes.
I was throwing up some shots earlier in my best effort to shoot free throws. It's a nice, easy basket. Yung mga basket, pag tinira mo, parang ang hirap-hirap shootan. And I asked Nestor Richano, who was shooting along with me, ang sarap i-shoot dito, no? Sabi niya. But Richano, of course, has been hounded by injuries. Has not seen all that much action. Brown to Serrano, who will not hesitate with that jumper. No can do. Rebound fought for. It'll go to IloIlo. Lexi, it looks like the Megavolts have been re-energized.
Well, yes, actually, Coach Danny Cavieres has been commending his boys on their defensive efforts later into the first quarter. May pagkakalat lang ang IloIlo sa kanilang offensa. Ang sabi ni Coach Danny, so many passes going astray, definite lack of communication on court. Although Francis Aquino doing wonders under the basket, they need to slow down and they need to carry out their offensive plays. Guys, back to you.
Yes, indeed. And there's Aquino. Fired a three-point shot that went nowhere, but suddenly he has been the main architect of this comeback.
He has something that no coach can ever teach his players, and that is to have a nose for the ball. Parang alam niya lagi kung saan pupunta yung bola.
Yes, indeed. If he was a tennis player, he could have been one of the great ones. He has 9 points in this first quarter.
His anticipation is great, considering he's only averaging 10 a game. He already has his quota almost for this first period. And Compton continues to struggle on offense.
It's a drought by Manila in the last 3 minutes. Aquino, goodbye!
All of a sudden, IloIlo is on top by 7 points.
Serrano to Jun Longalong, who had that good game against the Megavolts at the Male and More Gymnasium. Here's Brown working the right flank. Shot clock is down to 2, I believe. And Compton, go!
And just when you say Compton is struggling, he hits a three-point shot.
Lagi. Lagi yan.
But this is a very unusual lineup that Manila has on the floor.
23-19. That'll not go anywhere. Here's Chuchu Serrano leading the attack and scoring.
But he must have hurt himself a bit colliding with a goal support there.
I noticed also the game against Negros, he would also be sprawled on the floor quite often as we check on this fast break presented by FedEx. Chucho Serrano has not picked himself up yet.
He's trying to call a timeout for himself.
He's holding on to his left knee area.
Alam mo yung goal support padded yan, pero pag tinamaan mo rin ng at full speed with your knee, it's still gonna hurt.
Metro Stars Butch, in the meantime, will utilize a Winston 30-second timeout. Our score 23-21, 2-point lead by IloIlo that has roared back into contention in this ball game.
But Manila similarly come back after being down by 7. They've cut the lead to 2.
Not much of a discussion happening in that timeout. It's more really for Chucho Serrano more than anything else.
It's going to be tough now for Manila because now this has a big impact on their rotation because in essence they're only using 3 guards.
Which is vital to the system of Louis LS.
That's true. And now they have to bring Demape back into the game before Louis Alas probably wants him to come back.
Yes, indeed. There's the ice. And there's visible concern and panic, in fact, on the face of Chucho Serrano as he's worried, undoubtedly, so many things going on in his mind, all at the same time.
If there's one part of the body that a basketball player really is afraid of getting hurt, that's the knee.
It is the most abused part of the anatomy in basketball because of the constant jumping, turning, twisting that happens in the course of the game. Yan ba yung, ikaw, tayo ni Doktor? Pero yan yung mga ball and socket kind of
Yes, joints.
ano? Pañares, Briñas, sorry, but who is not the, because I was thinking already of the joke.
Okay.
Our scorer is on the floor right now, so.
Yes, sabi ni Marvin, mas guwapo ako.
Okay.
Bayaran mo ko mamaya.
I will agree.
And Jonathan Briñas will take the free throw, the bonus free throw.
Sa tagal na hindi ginagamit ni Briñas, nakalimutan.
Oh.
Well, he's there. Gets to see some early action here. Less than 20 seconds to go. But he knows his role. It's up against Villamin. The veteran trying to show the young man a thing or two. Chance for Manila to have probably the final say of the half. Of the first quarter, that is. In the meantime, Aquino, guilty of that foul, his first, just the 14th foul of the Mega Balls compared to Manila, which has accumulated 8.
And that actually might turn out to be a pretty good foul. Briñas will now sit down. Demape will come in. Interesting that Briñas was brought in explicitly to take the free throw.
4 seconds to go. Crompton could have traveled.
But instead he was bumped. Francis Aquino picking up 2 quick fouls.
And it's a shooting scenario.
Well, Joey Menta did his part. He really sparked this uprising together with Francis Aquino.
Because if you just join us now, it was as much as a 10-point early lead by the Metro Stars against the Balls. Compton tries, or rather makes it a 23 all-cut. Yes, indeed, it's tied. Compton, after a slow start, usually catches fire. Manila's back in the driver's seat. 2 seconds remaining. Sinks on Dominic Uy. Balls unable to get up a good shot. Well, considering the time pressure. 24-23, Manila leading by 1 at the end of 12 minutes. We are in Antique, and when you're in Antique, the life and times of Evelio Javier are all around. His spirit and his desire to let freedom ring true in this country, alive and well in this part of the Philippines. Caltech star player will be presented to you at the completion of this game, and a chance to talk to either Pia Gonzalez or Lexi Schultz. Depends on who wins this ball game, really. And those two hardworking ladies, part of our broadcast quartet here, including yours truly, Sept and Butch Maniego. So each team has had its run in the opening quarter, Butch. And let's see how these two teams break bread, so to speak, here in the second.
Well, Manila ended the quarter with an 8-0 run. Ronald McTulis is now in the ball game.
Did not see action in the opening quarter. Dale Simpson being set up. Dish up to McTulis, and the ball refuses to stay down. Followed by Villamin. Pia Gonzalez, kamusta si Chucho Serrano and the rest of the Metro Stars?
Well, says si Chucho Serrano, medyo namimilipit kanina dito sa bench nila. Hindi lamang dahil sa sakit, although there's no doubt that his left knee definitely hurts. Merong distress din siya from fear of an even greater injury dahil sa pagbagsak niya. Medyo na-twist niya ang tuhod niya, kaya natatakot sila na maaaring ACL ito. Hindi na siya makakabalik sa larong ito, not only because of his injury, pero dahil iba na ang nag-free throw para sa kanya kanina. And this will definitely hurt Manila because we all know that Chucho Serrano is a spark off the bench. Sev, back to you.
And I'm taking a look as you were speaking at the face of Chucho Serrano. There was that dunk by Camaso earlier, but the pain is not only in the knee as far as Chucho is concerned, it's also in his countenance. And he's maraming doubts ang umaandar na sa isip niya. Well, no doubt, this is a Colt 45 strong move if there ever was one, Butch.
Well, chance to see it again, and would like to see it, indeed.
Like on, says the officials, but Manila threw away the basketball. Villamin, yes!
Maybe 3 years ago, Villamin might have been able to complete that dunk.
I think he's beginning to play smarter now.
Oh, yes.
With age on him. That's a power move. Each side with their own versions of power moves.
Yun yung favorite, isa sa mga favorite plays ng Manila, yung drive and dump off pass to one of the players waiting inside. Abang-abang ka lang, makukuha mo yung pasa mula kay Alex Compton.
Dale Simpson in three-point territory. Thought about releasing from there. This one is unspooled, and Dominic Uy unable to get any conversion. But he'll visit the line after that foul by... Sino foul doon? Demape. Dalawang foul na si Demape. Just a FedEx fast break. Medyo may mga abirya-abirya sa pasahan, but spearheading the attack is the Superman.
And Dominic Uy was fouled down low by Demape. IloIlo quick to spot the mismatches, and they're going to it. Kung sino man ang binabantayan, yung isa sa mga gwardiya na malaking tao, kasi apat ang malaking tao ngayon ng IloIlo sa sahig, na sabay-sabay. They have Jojo Lim, Dominic Uy, Ronald McTulis, and Yoy Villamin. So dun sila pumunta.
And by the way, speaking of Ronald McTulis, get to know him just a little more later on come halftime as our Southern broadcast team here, our ABS-CBN South team, put together a great feature on Ronald McTulis. Makikilala natin siya.
Sana lang masagot yung aking katanungan. Yung kanyang nickname na Onak, is it really yung parang ano ng Ronald or baliktad na Kano? Di ba, Onak? Pinilikad mo, Kano.
Okay,
Ano naman
okay.
ng mga... Anyway, back to the ball game.
Marvin, our scorer, is enjoying what you're saying. Kasi naantay niya yung magbabayad siya. Tabla tayo sa 28. First deadlock, actually. Ball away. A little too strong, loose ball foul.
It's gonna be on Villamin.
One thing hasn't changed. Yung sigaw niya.
At yung expression.
I have found it through the years one of the most amusing parts of covering Philippine basketball. Yung laki-laking tao na kumakasigaw, yung yelp niya talaga, ibang klase.
Parang tutang natapakan, actually.
Tabla tayo sa 28. Into the corner we go with Demape.
Mas mabagal
9:37 to go.
Mabagal ngayon ang ikot ng bola ng Manila. And that is what has enabled IloIlo, despite their taller lineup, to stay with them.
Checking the timepiece, it was actually down to 9:28. I erroneously reported it at around the 32nd area. Anyway, it's 9:22 6 to go. Limape is our guest on the free throw line.
Sabi bet Limape, medyo bumaba yung laro niya, especially in the southern swing. Kaya lang, ang paliwanag naman doon, medyo nagkasakit yata siya. Bago sila umalis ng Manila, papunta sa Cagayan de Oro, you can see it's Francis Aquino with an ice bag on his shin.
So uwi na rin finally ang Manila bukas because they've been on the road for a week. They're starting more than, ano? Starting with that game against Cebu.
Cagayan de Oro.
Cagayan de Oro pa pala, no? And more than a week pa pala. Naisip ko yung schedule ni Pia who hasn't gone home for the week. Mas maganda naman kung minsan nasusundan mo talaga sila. Kung minsan ginagawa rin natin yan. No. I'll count.
Tomas's call for goaltending. Sinisutan siya ng veterano si Guillermin. Sino masarap din naman gawin yung paminsan.
Actually, ginawa rin natin on several occasions last year.
Alay, maglayas mula sa
7 on the shot clock. Ball taken away by Lin. It's a lead pass. Santa Maria looking on the other end. Magtulis. And they're roaring here.
And one thing I did notice also, during the end of the interconference phase, when IloIlo was driving towards the title series, the divisional playoff, they won every game they had to.
Yes.
So ang feeling ko is that this IloIlo team, kapag kailangan talaga, they had the ability to turn it up a notch.
That's why they should be an opponent to be feared when the playoffs swing in.
Oh, yes.
What with that veteran lineup which Danny Gutierrez was talking about. By the way, would like to thank Nature's Spring Mineral Water for providing the much-needed thirst quenchers for our NBA Southern Coverage team. Meron tayong timeout as a floor. It was pressed by the Mega Ball. Stay with us, please. This is your NBA.
Winston, now in a new international pack. Hartman, the MBA under fashion. Hartman, the only undergarment made of 100% super cone cotton.
Don't forget that come halftime, we'll get to know Ronald Magtulis rather a little better. It's now a 3-point lead by IloIlo. Magtulis, well, it's that kind of day when you know you have a feature and you're red hot.
Magtulis carrying over his performance from last Sunday in a losing effort against Pampanga. He was sensational in that game.
Pia Gonzalez, update on Manila.
Yes, Seb, the one thing that is really hurting the Manila Metro Stars right now are the transition baskets of the IloIlo Mega Balls, and so the Metro Stars simply have to get back on defense more quickly. Seb, back to you.
And they have been a step late in responding to the attacks of the Mega Balls, who finally got a wake-up call. Sing song for 3!
And if it's not the transition baskets, it's the three-point bomb. And all of a sudden, IloIlo on top by 9.
Biggest advantage of the Mega Balls in this ball game. We're down to 7 minutes and 11. And this second period, Romela Ducol outside attempt, bongs off the iron. Oh yes, it's a dipsy-do, and he's red hot. Magtulis igniting a big 12-0 run.
And Manila does not know what has hit them. Right now, the Metro Stars hate Western Visayas.
We'll be right back after this timeout. Now sa ato sa IloIlo, maayong gabi sa inyong tanan. Ari kami din sa antigis sa pagampang sa inyong Mega Volts. Kagang Metro Stars. But ako nga bantay sa IloIlo, 40-29 ang ating bilang. It wasn't the way this game started, where in Manila, led by as much as 10. But Butch Pursuit thought about not really liking Western Visayas. Medyo homesick na yata itong Manila.
Totoo yan, because they are coming off, as we mentioned, a really tough trip. And very creative. Pero pagpatuloy nga natin yung ating pinag-usapan.
Sige, teka
Again,
muna.
mamaya. Ayan muna, siyempre.
Yana Sabrina Chua, 15 years old, San Jose Antique. She is our nasty, refreshing face of the day. Go ahead, Mr. Maniego.
Nawala. Nakakita ako ng refreshing face of the day. Tapos na. Wala na.
Western Visayas, operative word.
Hindi kasi nga, nag-umpisa itong biyaheng to sa Cagayan de Oro. That was 2 Saturdays ago.
Tagal na rin yun.
At tapos, tinuloy-tuloy nila. Walang uwian. At by this time, uwi na nga marahil itong Manila Metro Stars.
So nakailan laro sila? Dalawa, tatlo?
Apat.
Apat, ano? So they've won...
Including yung tuhog ng Visayas, which is no joke, really. This is, I believe, the toughest 3-team division you'll see anywhere.
Yes.
In
Ikutin mo yung
basketball.
Cebu Negros IloIlo.
We call it the black and blue division
At saka
because
lang-
bruises are often involved in games. Nakasama itong tatlong team na ito.
Dale Singson steps into the shot. Offensive foul against Singson most likely.
Yes, the Dale Devil getting caught there. And that's going to be 3 fouls on Singson.
Let's check. Yun, no?
Medyo iba itong lineup na nasa side ngayon ng Manila. They have Longalong, Aducol Martin, De La Rosa, and Compton. They've decided to go head-to-head with the size of IloIlo.
Mente is in the ball game. Longalong lobs it over to Peter Martin. Cross-court to Compton. Lets it fly. Yes.
That time around, that was Joey Mente's fault. He knows it.
Lexi Schultz, let's send it to you.
Well, same instruction coming from Coach Danny Gaviers on getting back on defense so that the Metro Stars will not have a chance to catch up points-wise. Ball movement also of the Mega Balls at this point, very flawless. They seem to know exactly who to pass to, and luck seems to be with them from the outside as well. But Coach Danny Gaviers reminds them, you have to also go from the inside sometimes. Guys, back to you.
In the meantime, Manila trying to spearhead an attack. No success. Mente fakes. This is up. Magtules set. Good line. Yes!
Well, you leave Magtulis open and he will burn you. He's one of the, I think, best combination inside-outside players we have in the NBA. 12 points.
Longalong checks the inside. Push from the rear by Villamin. Okay, Pia, you tell me. They're homesick, aren't they?
Yes, have you mentioned that they may be a bit homesick? I think you're right. In fact, they even had their flight tomorrow rebooked para makasakay sila sa unang flight bukas ng umaga. Pero si Coach Louis Alas naniniwala that road weariness should not be used as an excuse. That was their problem last year, sabi niya. And this year, he wants his boys to show better toughness on the road. Sev, Butch, back to you.
That is such a salient point. You know, you do not choose your schedule, you know.
When Mente hit the deck, couldn't get up, and Compton found himself being covered by Polistico, and suddenly Compton with 10 points. The lead, though, is still 9
Yes,
for
it's
IloIlo.
a familiar refrain for the Mega Bolts. This quarter is down to 4 minutes. And the second.
De La Rosa a bit too frisky.
Alam mo si Magtulis, he does not strike you as somebody who is so graceful or athletic. He's a tall man, but suddenly he's displaying so many facets of his game here in the NBA. Yung sa FPU siya talagang content sa close range ang atake niya. What a move!
They'll give a player a chance to play, and he will deliver.
11-point lead. IloIlo's biggest lead stood at 12 when it was 43-31. Richie Ang is in the game. Alex Compton.
And the guy that IloIlo must guard against now is Compton, because he seems to be getting hot.
A Dougal stab from the left flank, conks out. Alex Compton reads the pass and takes it away for Manila. No look downstairs. Peter Martin. Trail in the middle by Aducol, but De La Rosa, the interior master, takes care of that one.
Okay na interior decorator, payag na.
Hindi,
ako
parang
dun.
hindi ako sa interior decorator. Parang nothing against interior decorators.
The couturier.
Lalong hindi bagay. Martulis, top of the keyhole area. Watch a little more closely.
Yun, medyo alahoy na yung tirang yun.
Oh! I haven't said this in a long time. Santa Maria! 47-36. De La Rosa with a wild attack at the basket.
Polistico must watch it. Dahil this ball game very much being controlled by IloIlo. They cannot afford to lose him. For any reason at all.
Yes, indeed. Oh, look at the size of this IloIlo 5. Good fake. It's a dish off at the last moment. Lim with a running pass to Polistico. And listen to this crowd roar!
Alam mo, bihira ako sabihin to, pero pinaglalaroan ng IloIlo ang Manila at the moment.
I think that is a most accurate and if not timely description of the scenario we're having in front of us. Alex Compton, Aduco loses it, and a foul observed. Lim with his first foul. 14 fouls for IloIlo, something that they have been thrifty with, their team fouls. We're down to 1 minute and 51. Literal, I saw him check in. Yes, he is in the ball game for the first time.
Well, he is the control point guard. Parang kay Coach Danny Gavieres. Mente is the wild one, and Sison is the deadly one. It's Literal who usually takes care of running the offense.
Compton's attempt won't go. He's in a bind on the baseline. Sends it outside to Ang. Here's Don Camaso working the 15-foot air. Decides to pass off to Compton.
12 in the shot clock.
Compton, baseline attack. No siree. Touch left by Megaball. Yes. Looked like Aducol had a hand in it, but the referees were there. 49-36. Artiflex. Update, Bob. Biglang marangkada si Yoyo Villanueva, ano ha?
IloIlo with a big edge on fast break points here in the 7th period, 9-2. And IloIlo has also done a good job off the board.
De La Rosa does that ploy of his. Blocked by Polistico. Solidly. Hindi na naman yung pinasa sa kakampi.
I think De La Rosa is trying to do too much at this stage by himself.
Yes, maybe that is most accurate. There's a rejection. Casil shot block.
Parang sinabi ni Polistico na bawal maglagay ng carpet dito.
Oh, kahit na ba decorator ka pa. You were correct, my friend. Alex Compton beginning to catch fire here. He has a sum of 13.
It's so simple right now for IloIlo. The main task is to shut down Compton. Just deny him the basketball at all costs.
10-point advantage for the Megaballs. We're approaching the 1-minute mark. Shot clock, seconds ticking away. Polistico wants to go 1-1. Looks at the clock. Turnaround shot. Air ball. Loose ball. Frechi Yang. Frechi. Bishop Camaso. Everybody and his brothers in the 3-second area.
And De La Rosa now is a bit too late to get out of the shaded lane.
It's a good call. I was trying to hang a painting, sir, inside.
IloIlo has had a brief word with the official. And De La Rosa finally is pulled out by Gilbert Dimape.
I like what you said in your MBA All-Star column, what Louis Alas has done with his career. In fact, these two coaches, you cited them in your column, the copy of which I picked up sa IloIlo, dito sa main avenue ng IloIlo, sa downtown. Wild shot. 25 seconds to play.
It could have been that IloIlo was trying to go for a 2-for-1, knowing that if Manila shot early enough in this possession, they'll get the ball back.
Here's the Mape popping from 15. Hits the back rim. Pamaso scoots inside, won't get it. Going up is a Dugal, but denied by Santa Maria, fighting like a tiger in the interior. Ball is loose. Woo! Red hot MBA action from Antique and the fans loving it. 49-39, a 10-point advantage for the home squad. Get to know the Antique Capitol building. And we'll be back with our feature on Ronald McTulis. Get to know him a little more intimately. And so many features coming your way here as we proceed with your
One of the guys responsible for all of this commotion, Ironman Onak Magtulis, with his wonderful three-point shots and his amazing cuts to the basket. But let's get personal with this man behind the mask. Let's check it out.
Si Lunari Carpio ay ang the man in the Iron Mask sa pelikula.
Dito naman sa MBA, si Onak Magtulis ay ang...
The Iron Man.
Pinanganak ako sa Santa Mesa, Manila, July 15, 1976. Yung Ronald siguro, nakuha nung airmats ko. Sinunod lang dun sa pangalan ng airpad ko na Romeo, siguro letter R, parang ganon. Tapos yung Onak, ewan ko, basta na lang nila ako tinawag na Onak. Nag-graduate ako dun sa De La Paz Elementary School. Nag-high school ako sa Rizal High School. Tapos, nakita ko ni Ato na naglalaro. Kinuha niya ako sa San Beda. Bali, nag-graduate ako 1993. Nag-college ako sa FEU. Tinake up ko yung commerce, major in management. Aside from basketball, sa bahay lang ako, PlayStation, nood ng TV, tsaka tulog. Ang paborito kong pagkain, yung mga Filipino dishes. Ang hilig kong music, yung R&B, medyo yung rock. I'm the youngest among the three. Tapos yung tatay ko, namatay nung 8 months old pa lang ako. Medyo naiingit ako dun sa ibang bata na may tatay. Ako, wala. Full support talaga. Talagang pati pag-desisyon lahat. Tinutulungan nila ako.
Hi, Nak. Ang nanay to. Sana lagi kayong manalo at huwag kang makakalimot na tumawag sa taas at huwag lalaki ang ulo. Good luck. Love you.
Hello, Onak. Si ate to. Give it all you can. Alam kong pinaghirapan mo bago ka makarating dyan sa kinaroroonan mo ngayon.
Ronald, kuya mo to. Good luck na lang sa lahat ng laro nyo. At sana galingan nyo pa.
Onak, pinabili mo to na lang para sa karir mo. Lang sa paglalaro. At good luck na lang para sa karir mo.
Ako po si Edgar Magtulis. Bali, pinsan kami ni Onak. Sana, Onak, hindi ka magbabago. Tsaka, good luck.
Siguro, tinawag nila akong Iron Man dahil gusto kong game yung body-body.
Magtulis. Bang!
This portion is brought to you by Adidas. Forever Sport.
Ang maganda pala sa istorya niya, he lost his father at a very, very young age. And nakakatawa naman yung pamilya niya, lahat bumati sa kanya.
Oo, mukhang that feature has produced a lot of tender loving care.
Yan eh. Diba, mainit si Magtulis dito at he's just one of the big reasons why the Bolts are ahead and managed to come back in this game, Butch.
Yes, because they were down by as many as 10 points, as we will see in the highlights of the first 24 minutes of action. The first quarter, it was almost all Manila in the first 4 minutes. Romy De La Rosa, he would finish with 8 points in the first half. And Romel Aducul had his easy follow-up. Nobody boxed him out. And defense was one of the main problems of IloIlo early on. But then Dong Polisico suddenly came to life. He made a follow-up. In fact, Polisico scored 7 points in the first half. Unexpected, a lot of them. But this was the guy who really fueled the fire of the Megabolts during the uprising. Francis Aquino off the bench, 11 points, all in the first period. Nice naman sumagot ng Manila. Aducul getting 6 points in the first half. And you can see inside, that's Francis Aquino battling once again to get inside position. And then Alex Compton started hitting. His first 3-point shot came in the first period. He would have 2 more in the second quarter. Yoy Villamin also getting into the scoring act. 6 points for him. Don Camaso got 3 on the baseline. One of his 2 baskets here in the first half. And then Magtulis, as Sev mentioned, red hot, 2 3-point shots and a total of 10 points. Andun pa si Dale Singson para sa isang 3. Yun lang ang kanyang only basket in the first half of play. Compton spotting Martin, who gives it over now to Aducul, who gives it to De La Rosa. Good passing play on the part of Manila, but that came few and far between. Joey Santa Maria coming through late, and that is why IloIlo, after being down by as many as 10, currently up by 10 here at the end of 2 quarters of play.
I think nakatulong din yung palakpakan ng mga tao ng maaga para sa Megabolts. Marami pa tayong pag-uusapan. Nakalista rito ang ating Rejoice Videoke Challenge. Samahan natin kumanta si Pia Gonzalez. We'll update you on our Budweiser buddies and so much more. Stay with us. This has been your Adidas Halftime Report.
This
po ang mga contestants natin sa ating new Rejoice Video Kit Challenge. Enjoy na enjoy po ang ating live audience dito sa stadium at sigurado po ako kayo rin ho ay matutuwa kung mapapanood po ninyo ito.
And so true, without exception.
Hiling paglalambing, bakit ka pa nakita? Bakit pa nakilala? Ating winner, si Jeanette Opinia. Palakpakan po natin siya. At meron pang 1,000 pesos mula sa New Winning Rejoice. Pwede mo na kaming ilibre, pati yung mga pumapalakpak sa'yo dyan. Anong masasabi mo?
Thank you very much, MBA Rejoice.
Okay. Maraming salamat. Congratulations, Jeanette Opinia. Abangan po ninyo ang Rejoice Video Kit Challenge ng Miyerkules at Sabado sa inyong lugar. Ang Rejoice Video Kit Challenge ay handog sa inyo ng New Winning Rejoice, Glass Hot Oil, Lambot Hot Oil, great hair for that winning moment. Maraming salamat po.
Pia Gonzalez, our song master, taking care of the Videoke Challenge.
Dapat may Rejoice Videoke Challenge din yung mga announcer sa interviewer during the All-Star Game. Pero
Oo, kayo kumanta.
Oo.
Oo, kay Ira ako dyan. Okay, kanina we gave the audience here a patikim, so to speak, an aperitif of what we can expect on September 26 when the All-Star Game hits Cebu. It's a 3-point shootout that we had courtesy of Milo.
Kanina yung contestant si Nestor Echano and Roy Lura. And I believe it was Echano winding up the winner.
Aga naman nag-practice ni Chano eh. Well, just a sampling of what to expect. We will be giving away the end-of-season awards. We'll have a slam dunk competition and so many special features which should delight the fans, not only in Cebu but throughout the nation as we present to you the All-Star. Bitin ng konti, no? Weekend dapat. Pero okay na muna yung Sunday.
Oo, pero balang araw pag na-institutionalize na talaga yan.
All-Star Week.
Oo.
Haba, no? Okay, action has started. Butch, any numbers that were significant? I know our graphics team is still setting them up, but what strikes you off the page now?
Well, the fact that IloIlo only committed 7 turnovers in the first half dahil ang dami nilang mistakes, puro passing errors. They were able to force 12 turnovers against Manila.
And a shot clock violation. We begin with 49 to 39, a 10-point lead. Okay, yun muna ang NBA Budweiser buddies natin.
And couple number 1 from the Manila side, si Alex Compton, Aduco combining for 19 points. But Aduco medyo ineffective. Samantalang si Magtulis naka 10-point season with 3. And the Megavolt pair keeping up with the Metro Stars.
Ako nagkamali, dapat Budweiser update. Andun na yung batuta ni Michelle Cuyo, ating producer. Handa lang ihampas sa atin. Okay, but look at this. Manila, but it won't be that easy to just defeat this team, unlike the way Negros did it last Saturday then or Sunday.
Saturday.
Saturday.
IloIlo cannot assume that just because they had Manila down by 10 at halftime, it means that they have the game won. They must continue to work and do the same things they did for most of the first half, which is rebound, force turnovers, and get second chance points. Doon nakalamang ang IloIlo the first 24 minutes of play. Also, they shot 48% compared to only 40% by the Metro Stars.
Nestor Echano is on the floor. We're going to see some action, Butch.
Well, he has to because of the situation regarding Chuchu Serrano, who looks like, at the very least, he twisted his knee. Leading scorers in the first 24 minutes. Compton leading the way from Manila with 13. De La Rosa and Aduco with 8 apiece. Aquino and Magtunis in double figures now for the Megavolt.
And Santa Maria, who just hit that basket, has been a contributor with 8 in this game. 10-point lead and you. Aduco's carved space inside, nowhere to go. Rebound contested in the hands of Echano. A little too long. Rebound in the hands of Aquino, and somebody hitting Aquino.
And looks like Romel Aduco knows it was him. It's going to be the third. By the way, Romel Aduco has been invited to the ABC All-Star game. He will be, once again, the only Filipino who will be joining that Asian All-Star team that will go up against Olympic qualifier China in a one-game set this coming, I believe, October. So congratulations to Romel Aduco.
I think this is his third trip na ba?
Oh, Magtulis with a great getaway.
Just didn't finish. And a rebound.
Frustration foul more than anything else on Don Colistico. It's going to be his third. Medyo iba ang lineup sa sahig ng Manila. They have Prechi Ang, Echano, Demape on the court with Martin and Aducol. I don't know if it means that Alex Compton is a bit winded and needs a lot more rest. We will find that out a bit later.
Baka sakaling naghahanap din ng bagong sorts of points. If Pia Gonzalez is set, let's send it to her.
Yes, sir. Medyo mas maliwalas na ng kaunti ang mukha ni Chuchu Serrano because the chances that his injuries on ACL are getting a bit slim. According to Marvin Ong, ang PT ng Manila Metro Star, hyperextended bilang ito or at worst isang hamstring tendon injury same as Don Camasos, but they will not take any chances when they get back to Manila. Sigurado ipapatingin sa espesyalista. Si Alex Compton is alright. In the dugout, he had his legs up again. Medyo winded lamang siya, but he will be back in this game. Seth, back to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gonzalez. PT, of course, means the
physical therapist.
Physical trainer, physical therapist. In season, as Lexi Schultz reported earlier, will not be seeing action.
But he has been very active in this ball game. He's really been helping point out a lot of things to his teammates, especially.
Your assistant coaches, si Gina Pable, si Rafa Tinglasan, at si mid-season, the new Chonko brothers.
And Echano is 0 for 3.
Di ba, Lexi, mukhang tatlong tigers nagwapo
Ang problema kasi niya, hindi niya alam kung ano yung Chonko brothers.
Okay, maybe her mom and her aunties would know.
I'm sure they
and
do.
her great Uncle Johnny would know.
Seeing stars with JP pa yun.
But I love the Chonko brothers. Yung harmony nila.
Before there was Boys to Men.
Totoo. From music to basketball, sinong foul tuloy? Fourth foul on Martin.
Speaking of music, ito yung, alam mo naman yung biyahe natin dito, tawag natin dito yung Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Antique.
We went from Tom Jones to the Bee Gees this afternoon,
Oo.
And again, Lexi Schultz trying to learn who the Bee Gees were. Literal shot from the outside does not work. Here's Echano, scoops it up, and a foul against Literal.
Literal Well, possibly a good foul because that stops the fast break of Manila.
You know, a lot of action, but not really too much scoring. Each side has just chipped in 2 points apiece since the second half started.
And already 3.5 minutes have gone by here in the third period. Manila finding some trouble generating offense with Compton on the bench.
Kasi si Compton is a living triple threat because he can pass, he can score, he can lead the attack. And Romel Aducol, you know, talking to him in Cebu, feeling niya ang bigat-bigat niya ngayon since the SEA Games. Parang bumigat ang timbang niya, hindi siya happy sa nilalaro niya lately.
Fatigue din kasama doon. You feel your body is a bit heavier.
Ganun. Oo, bagay, ano ha? Magtulis. Can't create room here. Sing-Son, fall away, baby. Yes!
Well, Sing-Son is another second half guy. He would usually wind up with just a few points in the first half. Tapos puputok yan sa second half of play.
We have a 10-point lead anew for IloIlo, who led by as much as 13. Here come the Mega Balls. Aquino! It's a fist.
Yes. Yeah, I don't blame Francis Aquino. He was trying to stop a ball with an open palm.
Let's see,
invitation to...
Let's see. To me, it was a volleyball shot.
Mukhang legal, pero sabi ng referee, ay ihinto na lang yung action.
Totoo yan, because from the angle of the referee, it looked like a punch. Here's Romel Aducol challenging Polistico. The shot rims out.
Well, Polistico did a wise decision. Let him have that shot instead of driving in.
Sing-Son whips it over now to Magtulis. Aquino, no, fakes a pass, twirls around, fall away, baby, a little too strong. Santa Maria scoops it up, and here's Polistico, who says, I'll be a point guard for 2 seconds.
He will not take the three-point shot.
Sing-Son in a rush.
Why you took that shot is beyond me.
That will not work. Polistico has it, and is fouled by Ang. Akala ni Dale, 3 seconds na lang natitira sa shot clock. And that's what he's telling Danny Gavieres right now.
Kasi nga, yung ilaw, hindi maganda yung tama sa lokasyon ng shot clock. Kahit ako, I cannot see clearly from where I am exactly how many seconds are left.
Parang it's an eternal 88 seconds. And the shot clock is, as we zoom in through the cameras of director Juan de los Santos, they're just above the baskets. Okay, a 10-point game, 6:48 remaining. Megavolts use a full timeout.
Ngayon, mas pinalakas.
Kung Cotton.
Time check, 6 minutes and 48 remaining in the third period. 10-point lead by the Megavolts. The home squad, as we report to you from San Jose. And Tique Polistico knocks in the first.
And Alex Compton had just come back into the ballgame during that brief break. So at least Manila did not lose any ground while he was on the bench.
Mukhang lahat nagamit na ng Megavolts, ano ha?
Totoo yan.
Lahat, ano? Oo, 12.
IloIlo is one of those teams that will probably still go with 12 players during the playoff.
I think ganun din.
Nakasanayan nila. Passing Rizal, yun din.
Manila today also din, kasi si Briñas nagamit na rin eh. Si Brown ang hindi talaga masyado nagagamit ni Coach Luis.
Although he played briefly in the first period as well.
2 on the shot clock as Peter Martin tries to create interior space, takes care of business there. Quickly to Pia Gonzalez.
Yes, one problem of the Manila Metro Stars is that they seem to be trying a bit too hard to catch up. Kaya tuloy nawawala ang kanilang sistema. Lahat sila gustong mabura kaagad ang lamang at lahat sila gustong tumira. Another problem of theirs is their rebounding. Sa Santa Maria, masyado silang nasasaktan dito. They need to help each other. They have to remember their motto, your man is my man. Back to you, Sev.
May sasabihin ako.
Ako rin, may sasabihin ako. But in the meantime, he the man because he, the Esquinol Master Guapo. Younger and younger, 15 years old. Cristo Rey Enriquez, Dalipe Antique is where he's from. Ano yung naisip na? Sasabihin mo? Wala pa. Ito si PM, biglang minadudukot ng mga gems na ganyan yun.
Ito yan. Dalam ko si Kantang this land is my land.
This land is your land. Oh boy, this is a musical day.
Yung kasahan ni Tom Jones yan.
And Bob Novales isn't even around, our resident DJ. 56-45 is the tally here as we enter the last 5 minutes. And 55. Manila continues to play catch-up, as Pierre Gonzalez pointed out to us. Tomaso, momentarily free, defies the presence of Yoyoy Villamin, who came in a tad late. 9-point lead. This has been the familiar stanza here.
Well, Manila trying to come back with a small lineup that uses Camacho as the center. Trying to offset the height advantage that IloIlo often has in the game.
Yoyo's shot will not roll in underneath Lim. Oh, he's squeezing through a side street. Okay, Lexi, this has gone from 9 points, 11 points. Danny Gavieres looks pleased, but not quite.
No, well, it's actual madness out here. Danny Gabriel is very pleased with his boys. The big reminder that he did have for them at the half was that he said, guys, we have a 10-point lead. Please, let's keep focused. Do not lose this lead, and please stay in the game for me. Good shot selection in the first half, handling the ball very well. They should keep this energy and all of that kept them well into the second quarter, and they have translated that out here. They're still reading Compton's game. He looks a little tired to them, but they're not going to leave him alone. No double teaming on him today. And Martin and Tomaso, they get easy baskets from the drop passes. They're going to try and stop that. Guys, back to you.
And Danny Gavieres, going back to your report, concerned about their tendency to fold up, collapse during crucial stages of the ball game, wherein they would establish certain leads and then they would just disappear. Compton's heave will not work. Ball is loose. Demape was on the line. Louis Alas in a state of shock. He is so surprised by this call. Called 45. Strong move. It's strong, but just a sly a move because he just defied everybody's presence there.
Yung kilos niya, matatawag mo ngang foxy.
Technical foul. Who is yelling? It's
Louis Alas is on the floor.
Alas is on the floor. Double technical. Mild-mannered Louis Alas has transformed into Luthor.
And this is what you call it looks good kill.
This is worth listening into. And Louis Alas, second technical, ejected from the game. I think his bone of contention was that ball against the Mafia along the sideline in front of the bench of IloIlo.
May pahabol ka tao kay Peter Martin.
Louis Alas in a most uncharacteristic, most unfamiliar move here.
At the end of the season, he finally gets his first ejection in the ball game.
Well, this is kiddingly, of course. Parang coaching life is not complete unless you get one.
Yes.
Okay, is that true? Tell me about this. A lot of times we say that he does this to light up the troops. Does it work, Butch?
Yes, sometimes it does. Sometimes it backfires. Pero usually, yung coaches who plan to do that, yung talagang magpapa-eject sila para ma-inspire yung kanyang mga players to rally around his ejection because of the seeming injustice done to him, ay usually kakausapin niya yung assistant coach, bibigyan niya ng instructions siya.
Ito, gagawin ko.
Oo, kasi ganitong gawin mo, ganitong iutos mo kasi makikick out ako maya-maya.
The assistant coach of Manila, his last name escapes me. Ito yung call. Oh, he was stepping on the line.
Yes.
Very clearly so.
I wonder what well, maybe that was just like the last straw on the camel's back, so to speak. Well, Louis Alice is still inside the Coliseum, although he's not in the playing field. All of
He
a
is
sudden,
red hot. This is one of his best games.
all of a sudden, IloIlo's on top by 16 points.
13 puntos mula kay Aquino. Clock is down to 4 and 13. Alex Compton. Got a foul from Lim. Okay, another look.
Let's see.
Ayun eh, tumama eh.
Tumama.
Yun, oh.
Yun, no?
Right there. Sabi ko na nga ba dati nagdidirect ng tennis itong si Jun De Los Santos eh.
Actually, patintero. Hindi, joke lang.
Patintero.
Which is actually
a good game in
called,
preparation for basketball also.
a game called kabaddi of some sort in the Asian Games. It's a lot like it.
Mente accelerating. They love this guy.
Now, all IloIlo has to do is play smart. They have a 16-point lead. Worst thing they can do is relax.
Villamin with a casual scoop shot. Here's Alex Compton. Ball is loose. Demape establishing control over it. Sneaking from behind Lim. All these fans really shrieking.
And one thing that IloIlo must remember, we will get into it when we come back.
After this timeout, stay with us, please. This is Excitement Theater here in the MBA.
The undergarment made of 100% super cotton.
An eventful basketball game. Alex Compton penetrates. And a rebound, Aquino. Quickly now to Pia Gonzalez. It looks like Ariel Vanguardia, the assistant of Louis Alas, suddenly has a job to do.
Yes, sir. For someone who just got ejected from the game, Coach Louis Alas was in rather high spirits. When I spoke with him off court, he showed anger. Apparently, it was not so much for the officials, but more for his players dahil sabi niya, parang patay na ang laro nila and he used his ejection as a last resort. Baka mabuhayan sila. As you said, Coach Ariel Vanguardia, his assistant coach, will take over the reins. Let's see whether the sacrifice of Louis Alas will pay off. Sev?
Well said, Pia. And that's Ariel Vanguardia, who was also an assistant for Louis Alas in the SEA Games together with Boise Sama. Ito yung pumuyat sa akin sa Brunei. Watching the tapes until late in early in the morning. Alex Compton, 3 seconds on the shot clock. Difficult shot by Romela Ducol. Peter Martin fighting the Red Sea. Sandali lang, sabi ng mga referee. Kita mo yung smile ni Dominic Uy. So, Butch, going back to your point about whether it works or not when coaches try to use the ejection as a fulcrum, hopefully to inspire the team. But that's in the mind of Louis Alas.
Oh, definitely. That was the main reason why he wanted to get out of this ball game. It was also a message, I think, to his players, basically to, hey guys, wake up. And some notes we'd like to pass along. Manila is 23-0 when leading after 3 quarters. So I think IloIlo has successfully taken that out of the equation. IloIlo is 14-2 kapag lamang sila after 3 quarters. And Francis Aquino.
Now they're really roaring here in IloIlo. It is actually Antique, but they'll count. There, I can hear it actually 2 hours away.
Well, nasa isla tayo ng Panay kung saan sama-sama sila.
Yeah. Then Mape.
Not his shot. No ball movement at all for Manila. That was a forced attempt.
They are playing a listless game. An uninspired foray onto this hardwood. Balls have pulverized the Metro Stars 10-0. What a run. That will not work. 66-47. Romela Ducol with a pirouette.
Well, that is the Romel Aduco we know. Somebody who will take charge, and he will have to take charge also. He'll have to pick up the cudgels because Compton has been shut down for most part of this ball game.
Significantly, 12 points by Aduco. Compton with 13, all of them occurring in the first half of play. Long pass inside. Here's Joey Villamin spinning around, sends it outside to Lim. Lim loses it off his thigh.
Well, some other notes I'd like to pass along. When Manila is shooting better from the field than their opponents, they're 22-0, and they're also 16-0 when they have more second chance points. In the first half, these were two of the things we spotlighted, Seb. The fact that IloIlo shooting better and had more second chance points.
Okay, one more stat to pass along.
And Manila has only scored 2 points in the last 4.5 minutes of action. This is not like the Metro Stars that we're used to seeing.
Only 10 points also in this second half. Romel Aduco hoping to do so much more. He wants to win that particular race, but the job cut out for him and the Metro Stars, an awesome one. What with the way this IloIlo team is playing so superbly here tonight.
Ang ginagawa ng IloIlo, parang ano siya parang siyang boksingero. Jumajab. Tapos pag nakita ng magandang opening,
cross.
Susunod-sunod niya. Tapos, babalik ang Manila, jab ulit. Tapos kung nakita na naman ng puwang, tira naman ulit.
There's Magtulis, Compton, mismatch. Kick out, Lim, fakes everybody and his brother inside, but they succeed in time! Dominic Uy, Kerr Cruz managed to say that so well tonight. That's one of his dilemmas, our Coliseum announcer. Compton, then Mbappe.
And Joey Mentes twice after contact so well.
DHL assist coming up.
And just in time, Jojo Lim finds Dominic Uy inside.
No style doon.
4 fouls now on Bibet Demape. And last shot time for the Megavolts. They could have a 21-point lead.
I wouldn't be surprised with the way they're playing here today. Magtulis, long distance call home. Nobody there. What a scintillating display of basketball by the IloIlo Megavolts in this third. 68-49. Everywhere you go in the Philippines, you will see visages, remnants of our past, like the St. Joseph Cathedral here in Antique. We'll have more of Antique and your MBA just after this.
Matagalan.
Caltech star player at the end of the game. Presented to you, of course, those boys, they can spell and they love their basketball. Well, Manila with also a long drought of 5 minutes and 14, and they were simply buried by this onslaught of IloIlo, Butch in the third.
That's true, and the Metro Stars were held to just 10 points in the entire third quarter.
Okay, Butch, line up an agenda for Manila, about 3 or 4, or even less items they really have to do here.
Well, one thing they really have to do is stop the inside passing of IloIlo. They've been hurt by those entry passes. They're not challenging the shots enough. And then offensively, medyo nagkakanya-kanya itong Manila, which is so unusual for them.
And they're throwing away the leather.
That's true also. They had 8 turnovers in the third quarter compared to 4 only for IloIlo, and that number seems to be rising. Right now, they have twice as many turnovers as the Megavolts. 6 on the shot clock.
Magtulis. Polistico couldn't hang on to it. Was swiped from behind by Compton, who has in his mind scoring. But it will not work. Aduco has to chase it down, and Prechiang says, let's call a play, why not?
Oh, maiba naman tayo.
Meant a hit on the right cheek, unintentionally though. Tamaso spins, can't elevate. 4 on the shot clock, 3, Prechiang offline, and Magtulis has it. Even when Mentes slips, they love it.
And Polistico telling Mente to slow things down, as if that were possible for Joey Mente.
I've never seen this team, the Metro Stars,
Disorganized.
so disorganized.
And right now they are. Second
fact,
foul on Preciado.
The other time was last Saturday against Negros, where they were really shackled in that game. But take nothing away from IloIlo, the way they were shooting with authority and with confidence.
And they had a good game plan that they've been able to execute very well.
And they were able to come back from as much as 10 points down way back in the opening period when Manila led by as much as that at 12-2. That'll go.
And he will also draw a foul.
Well, Miss Gonzalez, your work is cut out for you today. So much to report from Manila.
Definitely, Seb. What I think right now is hurting the Manila Metro Stars is the realization that they are not invincible. The atmosphere on the bench of the Metro Stars is very heavy at napakahaba ng kanilang mga mukha, napakababa ng kanilang mga spirits. This prompted Coach Ariel Vanguardia to try to lift their spirits by telling them na mahaba pa ang oras and there is no need to panic. What is most important for them right now is try to stay together and to try to play as a team. Seb, back to you.
You know, Pian, just as you were speaking, I was looking at Chucho Serrano, one of the factors that has also accounted for the problems of Manila is tama ka, Butche, nasira yung rotation ng Manila, yung sequencing of events of players nila because Chucho Serrano provides so much for this team.
Very important team member off the bench for Manila because of the way he changes the way the ball game is run. He has his aggressiveness on defense and also on offense.
Royer Villamin tied up defensively but managed to wiggle out of trouble as Singson will set it up. Less than 10 minutes to go here in the final quarter. Here's Magtulis.
And now IloIlo is really using the clock. It's down to 4 seconds.
Magtulis, jam, forces it up. Compton fires it ahead. Frichiang, no goal.
And medyo conversion ni Frecci that time. 2-on-1 break.
Lights up! They love him here!
Dale Singson trying to draw the charge, but no goal.
And the fifth foul on Singson.
That's why Singson has been yanked in and out of this ballgame, also because of foul trouble. And Joey Mente, after just a brief stint on the bench, will have to come back in.
Kahit wala yung 16 points ni Dale Singson, which is his average, ando naman yung pagbulusok ni Aquino, contributing 18, Butch.
And he only averages 10.
Richie, I'm trying to assert some form of leadership in the Manila game. Alam mo ang nangyayari, Butch? Basang-basa yung laro ng Manila. Alam ng IloIlo saan pupunta yung bawat move ng players nila.
Alam mo itong Manila kasi may epekto ito sa team. Alam na pag alam lang dadating, pinaghahandaan sila talaga. And that is also partly the reason, I think, why IloIlo lost to Pampanga last Sunday. They were looking ahead to the Manila game, and they completely ignored Pampanga.
It's a 21-point lead. And the Metro Stars need a timeout and maybe even a prayer to bounce back into this game. We'll be back.
10, 5.
or 254-7643.
Now in a new international pack.
Alex Compton firing blanks in the second half. 72-51, a 21-point lead. Check out this FedEx fast break. The shooting of Manila has been a problem.
That's true. Compton now 4 out of 14. Aducol is 6 of 17. So combined, they're shooting about 31%. Demape also 2 out of 8, struggling.
That's our first game result. Laguna with a big win against Negros.
And big game for Rudy Hatfield, 24 points, 15 rebounds. And that is why I think sometimes you have to let some of these Phil foreigners play a bit more, because his first couple of games, Hatfield was really unimpressive.
Yes. Now quickly to, I'm sorry, Butch, quickly to Lexi, who wanted to speak as early as before we were going into the time. Go ahead, Lex.
It's quite all right, Seb. Okay, here's a rundown of what IloIlo is going to do here in the fourth. They're going to go down and set up defense as quickly as possible. Their ball movement, they're going to keep it going until they find the right shot, or they will run if they really can. And again, full concentration. There will be no relaxing for the IloIlo Megavolts. It's a big lead, but anything can still happen. And the Megavolts are very aware that they need this win more than the Metro Stars, because if they play the way they do here in the crossover, they can still win the second slot in the South and be excused from the wild card. Guys, back to you.
Excuse is a good term. Excuse is a good term. Parang exempted from the exams.
Oh,
the earlier
totoo yan.
exams.
Sino ba naman ang hindi gusto nun? After this ball game, IloIlo will close out with 3 games on the road. A couple of them seem winnable. Nueva Ecija and Batangas. The only stumbling block seems to be that visit to Pasig Rizal.
The problem with IloIlo lang, Butch, kuminsan, like, okay, they're up against Nueva Ecija, Batangas, teams that they can beat, ano? Kaso their game seems to dip. Pagka yung opposition, hindi sila na-challenge.
They go up or down to the level of their opponents. Which is a common malay among teams.
Kanina maganda rin yung punto mo about IloIlo preparing for this Manila game. Maybe they were just a bit out of sync in that game, which they lost to Pampanga. Kailan Butch nila? Last Friday?
Last Sunday.
Last Sunday. Peter Martin, curling, Atukol. Nababasa na ng IloIlo kung saan pupunta yung bola sa loob.
At maganda rin yung point ng ni-raise kanina ni Kia about Manila starting to doubt themselves, whether they're as good as they think they are. And, you know, maybe this trip was an eye-opener of sorts for them that, you know, sometimes they had this really, really long, successful run, but all of a sudden it's being threatened. But, you know, they have a lot of time actually to regroup and, you know, think about how things go around. Their next game will definitely be at home when they open the best of 5 against whoever survives. The lowest surviving seed after the wild card round in the north.
There's Joey Mente putting a few dribbling skills on display. Lim slithers through traffic. Gilliman tries to power his way through.
And the shot clock.
All that nice English amounted to nothing.
Naubos din yung shot clock na. So, 19-point lead though. Kumbaga ang IloIlo hindi bumibitaw. Now they're about more than 5 minutes closer to realizing their goal.
Payback time ito, no? Kasi nung last magkita itong dalawa, nung San Manila, talagang maganda yung pagkakapanalo ng Manila na yun. Although, dumikit ang IloIlo ng bandang umpisa. Compton tries to get a layup. He succeeds.
Compton not getting it outside, so he's trying to take it inside, which is what good scorers will do. Oh, Martin just gave Mente something to remember him by.
First 2 points by Compton earlier, and Martin.
Look at this. Medyo tabu lang. Yung tuhod.
Coach Vince Hison.
Yes.
Trying to get used to the role of
new assistant. Joey Gilliman will sit down. Don't Police will come in. The veteran big men of IloIlo definitely did their job today, especially against Romel Aducol. They have not allowed Romel to explode.
Magtulis. Mente.
Not really his shot, but Magtulis coming up with an offensive rebound, and watch IloIlo eat away the clock once more.
6 minutes to go. Uy with a fine move. Got the 4th foul of Romel Aducol. Team foul count. Manila with 4, same number for the Vaults. I can't help it, Butch. Don't Police seems to be in such a jubilant mood today. He's been chatting with everybody what's been assigned to him.
Friendly siya ngayon. Mr. Conjimi,
si Romel Aducol, kausap niya kanina, si Jun Lungalong. 75-57 tally.
And time down to 5:48.
Foul.
I think Peter Martin really has it in for Joey Mente. Kanina pa niya pinag-iinitan, pinapatulan yung maliit na mama. And he fouls out of the game.
Joey Mente beginning to wonder, what did I do to deserve that?
Don Tomaso will come in to replace the fouled out Peter Martin. The low score for Manila this season has been 74. They'll really have to work to get to that point total tonight,
Do
sir.
you remember kung sino yung kalaban nila?
No, unfortunately, I don't. I think that was the loss to
Yung talo sa
Pasig.
Pasig, no? Parang ganun. Compton. A foul.
Players better watch it because the game's getting physical right now because it seems like IloIlo knows they have the game won.
Fourth foul on Lim. You begin to get to feel that Manila just wants this game to end
Oh, yeah.
and just go away.
Kung alokohin si Louie Alas na siya palang unang aalis eh. Hindi lang nagsabi.
Baka Pia, may aeroplano na ngayon.
Ball knocked away by Longalong. Assistant coach Ariel Vanguardia.
There's Mente.
Mente has had a fine game also.
Oo, actually.
Maybe not really scoring-wise, but
Control.
oo, saka yung talagang pagpapahirap na binigay niya sa mga Metro Stars.
At saka yung pang-iinis.
Oo.
Nainis nga si Peter Martin.
Panayang bigay sa kanya ng
Regalo.
regalo. Kaya ito yung na-foul out si Peter Martin.
Coach, ano ba ang basa mo sa schedule natin? Pagkatapos ng All-Star Games sa 26 sa linggo yun sa Cebu, umpisa na ba tayo ng Wednesday
Yes.
kaagad ng
Yung wild card round kagad. Sa North, hindi masyadong problema. No matter who plays who, we can, adjust. Sa South, medyo may problema. But, well, hindi pa kasi natin alam kung sino talaga yung papasok. Yun ang problema. All I know is that Davao, right now, is already assured of a spot in that semifinal.
Bye na sila.
Hindi na sila dadaan ng wild card. Ano
Okay.
man ang mangyari. And that, of course, they also playing Pangasinan tomorrow at home. Although you cannot have any givens in the MBA, this is probably as good as a one game for them.
Last game na yun ng Pangasinan, ano?
Yes, and actually we ran into some of their players at the airport this morning, leading for Davao for tomorrow's game, and talked to Boy Cabahug and Terry Albarillo, and they said that after the game they're going home to Cebu for a rest.
Much needed rest. 75-59 count. Lead is 16. Time down to 4:56. Polistico snares another rebound. That's number 7 in the game. Singson has not seen all that many minutes because of foul woes.
And IloIlo's defense is not really something spectacular in this ballgame. It's more like Manila's offense really bogged down in this ballgame
Correct.
after that initial run.
A rushed shot because of time pressure.
But right now, IloIlo also has to work to get some good shots off.
Yes.
Masyado silang concerned about running time off the clock, that they're not even trying to set up their offense. Meanwhile,
Alex, yes, you go ahead, please.
the sidelines just seem to attract the feet of the Metro Stars today.
When you're behind, the court's size seems to diminish. Back here in a moment in Antigua. We have a timeout. $75-59 count. Near steal, but Singson alert. That's the time in the balance.
Well, there's a section of the crowd here that wants to see Roy Lura back in the game. Roy Lura started out but did not have a pretty decent outing today.
Wala sa tempo, ha?
So that was the first good shot that IloIlo had in the last few minutes. Kaya lang naman hindi makahabol ng Manila because the Metro Stars themselves did not get any good scoring opportunity.
Correct. Okay, Butch, with just about 4 minutes to go. IloIlo's remaining schedule, tatlo na lang.
Yes, Nueva Ecija, Batangas, and Pasig Rizal.
So Manila will tend to have time to heal some injuries, regroup, rethink.
That's true. Oh, foremost concern to them, of course, would be the well-being of Chuchu Serrano.
Sa akin, critical yun.
Yes.
And I think he's also disappointed that he's not on the floor.
Well, they tried to give Nestor a chance earlier.
Kasi ang ganda naman ng warm-up niya. He was practicing for the three-point shootout earlier. Baka sakaling kumlik. 3:43 to go. But take nothing away from the sound all-around game of IloIlo here today.
And this guy typifies that. 10 points for Dong Police to go. Jojo Lim once again caught with a foul.
5 on Lim.
I really think this is the time of the ballgame where maybe Danny Gaviera should bring Roy Dura back just to build his confidence up after he did not contribute well at anything at all in the first few minutes that he was fielded in.
I love the way they're pacing the floor on the IloIlo side. I think it's choreography you develop. Danny Gavieres, hindi sila nagtatamaan ni Rafa Dinglasa.
Oo.
Si Gina Pabli, alam niya yung pwesto niya. Ganun din si Vince Season.
Matang si Ariel Vanguardia.
Nagbo-ballroom dancing siguro itong tatlong ito.
Si Ariel Vanguardia naman sa kabila, parang ang kanta niya, We're All Alone. Nag-iisa siya doon.
In fact, baka. Yun ang feeling ng buong Metro Stars that we are all alone. 8-second violation. Woo, layo nun. Layo na po ng talbog ng bola. Coming up at DHL, fine assist. Let's see. Which one is this? Okay.
Pasa kay Polistico inside.
Timeout Manila. 17-point lead with 3:15 left.
The 30-second timeout brought to you by Winston.
Kayo naman, iinom lang ako ng tubig. Ayaw pang pagbigyan ng full timeout. Okay lang, sige. Well, let's listen into Ariel Vanguardia. Let's listen in.
Romel, lampas, pwede. Pag wala, kaya alas tayo dito. Ha? Tingnan natin yung ano, ha? Yung lampas, ha? Hey, dito sa kabila!
Okay, back with the ball game. 3:10 remaining. 3:11 that is. Downstairs to Romela Ducol.
The defense is still alive for IloIlo.
And Ducol, nagkakampiyan si Magtulis at si Ducol sa amateur. Kasi sa Chowking nagkakampiyan dalawa niya. Kaya tingnan mo na yung lambingan ng dalawa.
Tagal din ang kanilang pinagsamahan. Both teams with 2 full timeouts left. IloIlo has a 30. Chuchu Serrano. Still worried about his knees. Because really, all you can do right now is guess what it is until you see the MRI scan or the X-ray.
And he'll limp to the airport, Butch.
Yeah. Manila with a full court press, but the Megavolts break it under 3 minutes to play.
Lim has been a good decoy here. Been kicking out the basketball well. Blocks that rebound. And they have time to consume.
Oh, he already has 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and 7 points. So good all-around game for the veteran. He has that mismatch. It's nothing advantage, but finally now he does.
But he has opted more to pass out eh. Hindi naman siya dinodouble, but libre yung mga kakampi niya, so ganun na lang niya pinapasa.
But the lead's only 15. Manila can still do something miraculous. The lead is down to 13.
2:10 to go. Pagod na rin ang IloIlo, no? Trying to maintain this lead.
Well, they also lost a lot of their aggressiveness.
They're hoping that the clock will tick faster. Final 2 minutes brought to you by Winston, now in a new international pack.
Which of course it won't.
Time waits for no one. Oh, but Camino, when we were kids in Santa Cruz, when we would visit other courts, suddenly the clock would move so fast.
Totoo yan.
Sa after 7 basketball, sa Bloomington. So what we would do, tatambakan na namin yung kalaban para wala nang chance mandaya. Something you should not do.
Yes. We're in the final 2 minutes already.
Yep. Artulas has also been a fine contributor. Waltzing now with De La Rosa. Loses his dribble, but sings on to the rescue. Air ball. Romela Ducal whips it over to Compton.
Compton's thinking 3.
So is Demape. But he has not been hitting it of late. Outside to Camaso. Off angle. Villamin says, will you guys hold it?
Alam mo, if Manila was fated to come back in this game, papasok yung mga 3-point shots na ganun eh.
As early as 3 shots ago.
Oo, pero wala. Talagang hindi...
Not today.
Hindi mauukol kaya ayaw bumukol.
Exactly.
5 on the shot clock.
McTullis, Simpson has been releasing the ball with 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Well, that is not
5 occasions.
That is not helping his field goal shooting percentage.
1 minute and 5 remaining.
That's the one thing you don't want to do right now, stop the clock for any reason. Second foul on Santa Maria.
It's going to be a long trip home for the Manila Metro Stars tonight.
Might be a long trip to IloIlo for all of us.
But we're getting off early.
Oh, yes.
Okay. 30-second timeout presented to you by Winston, which is now in a new international pack. Same great flavor, now in a new international pack. Let's listen in.
Oras na lang, 1 minute, 5 seconds. Ano ba kayo? Guys, don't give up. On the play. 3-point shot sa kanila. As much as possible. Just bring down the ball from Randy Black. Randy Black. Defense. No 3-point shot. No 3-point shot. Okay, no 3-point sa kanila.
Wala. Actually, sinusunod lang pala nila yung instructions si Coach Danny Gambero. Just run the clock. Busin lang yung 23 seconds. If they can get the offensive rebounds, so they can recycle their possession, fine, even better. They're not really looking to run any sort of plays to score.
Seems like a good philosophy for them of the moment. Louis Alas is just behind the bench of the Manila Metro Stars. He's undoubtedly thinking of the road ahead.
It's going to be...
First thing, get home.
It's going to be the conference semifinals for them next.
And I think not practice for about 2 days or so.
O, pagpahingayin marahil. Magtulis is fouled by De La Rosa. Well, Magtulis may have wanted to bring the ball back out, but he was already there.
12-point game. Boom! May kabigatan ng kamay ni Ruben De La Rosa.
Longalong and Ang would come in for Compton and Aduco. That seems to be a sign of capitulation on the part of Manila. Also, you know, as Lexi Schultz reported earlier, IloIlo feels that this ball game is more important to them than it is to the Metro Stars. Because they're really battling tooth and nail to try and get into that semifinals automatically. And sometimes it's between two good teams, it's the desire to win that separates them.
Two misses by Magtulis.
And Santa Maria
traveled, but he was very gutsy. Joey Santa Maria has found a home in the Mega Vaults and in the MBA. Metro Stars utilize a full timeout. Stay with us, please. Louis Alas was still hovering about behind the bench.
You can still see him there. Simple lang.
But I don't think there's anything he can do at this point.
The lead is 12. May nare-reklamo din si Coach Danny Gutierrez.
Well, Danny's going to use everything that he can avail of to carve out this all-important win. But let's listen into the official who's at the scorer's table.
Out of the playing court,
Louis Alas, so please leave the...
Ayun, umalis na tuloy.
Thank you.
Yan, nagtampo.
Hindi, siya rin naman mapilit eh.
He just wants to see how the game will turn out. Lungalong at the foul line for 2 shots. Lungalong had 14 points the first time these two teams met as a starter. And tonight he only has 1. That's his first point, actually. The lead is down to 10. Hey, it's still possible.
Yes, indeed.
That's why IloIlo now has 2-point guards in the ball game. Mente and Simpson on the floor at the same time. Demape giving up the foul. That's his 5th.
Alex Compton doing the other things, part of his job.
Mendes scored well from the free throw line today.
Yes, indeed.
It actually pang-ease lang ng pressure. Kaya nga.
Yung presence lang yan, nakaka-ease na ng pressure. Kung kakampi mo yan.
Oo. And Manila will exhaust their timeout.
Other brands.
The fans here know it. They're just waiting to explode. The one in the hands of Mente has been quite sure-handed from the foul line.
Hindi na pa-foul ang Manila unless necessary. There's Demape in a rush. Pichiang, Tamaso, nothing working for Manila tonight.
And Joey Mente will dribble out the time.
And a big one for the IloIlo Mega Balls. As they turn back, Manila Metro Stars 80-68. An impressive performance by the Mega Balls. And 2 players were the most outstanding. Butch?
Yes, we picked 2 guys to share the honors for this evening, our Caltech star players of the game.
Sino muna? Bago ipakilala ni Lexi.
Sila, si Dong Polistico and Francis Aquino. Sila ang ating pinili, and they are with Lexi Shaw.
Take it away, Lex.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys. I'm here with the 2 Caltech star players, Francis Aquino and Don Polistico. Francis, you practically started the Mega Ball run in the second quarter. What keeps your energy up? Because you're just everywhere, and your knee is injured a little bit for now, but you still kept on until the end. Where's your energy coming from?
Well, kasi last game, medyo nawala ako sa focus kaya ngayon nag-step up ako.
Congratulations for that. And Dong, if you keep up playing like this, medyo mapapasok kayo as second place in the South. Ano ang sabi ni Coach Danny Gutierrez sa inyo? Is that your intention for now?
So before the game, sabi ni Coach sa akin na kailangan ma-stop yung tatlo, Demape, Campton, and Adocol. So kay Adocol naman, sabi niya sa akin, palaging depensa, hindi pa daanin sa baseline, At saka kailangan talaga, dalawa kami yung magtrabaho para kay Adocol.
Congratulations to our Caltech star players. Nung babalik ang MBA, wag ho kayong umalis.
best.
Well, good transition from defense to offense on that Milo best play. Jojo Lim with the steal and the assist pass going to Magtulis for an easy fast break basket.
I think that typified the way IloIlo played here today, Butch. Inspired basketball. They were ready for this one.
Oh, yes, definitely so. They had a master plan against Manila. They were thrown off a bit by their slow start, but when they got their engines running, there was no stopping the Mega Ball.
Okay, more chocolate for you. Kit Kat winning break time.
This winning break is brought to you by Kit Kat. Have a break, have a Kit Kat.
Which is this, my friend?
Well, actually, IloIlo didn't score that many baskets in the final period, but this was one of them, and it was Don Polistico getting his 10th point of the ball game on that play and sort of easing the pressure a bit as Manila was trying to stealthily come back in this one, but IloIlo says, no way.
Just a repeat of the final score, 80-68, a big win for IloIlo. Update on the final update on the Budweiser Buddies. Big game for Magtulis. I like the way yung impact ng points ni Magtulis in this game.
Dumating. Well, he only had 10 points. Simpson only had 5, but it was the rest of the team that really stepped up for them. Compton and Adukol had their usual numbers in terms of points. Even rebounds were good for Adukol, but hindi masyado effective, and the rest of their team did not really manifest any support for them.
May galit na galit sa sound system doon. Akala ko may dancing queen na biglang papasok. Ariflex King of the Boards. Bakit tayo nagmamadali? Maaga pa. Ariflex King of the Boards, si Romel Adukol. Now, Butch, we'll flash the schedule on the screens of our viewers and tell us the importance of each game, at least up to Saturday.
Okay, on Thursday, which is tomorrow, there will be a non-televised game. That will be Pangasinan visiting Davao. And Davao hoping to get their 20th win. Ang significance in Davao trying to get to 21 wins because at least sa 21 wins after Pasig perhaps and Manila, sila na yung next best record. And if neither of those teams make it to the finals of the MBA, then they will have home court advantage. And then on Saturday, we have Soxargen against Nueva Ecija. Well, Soxargen just trying to finish out their schedule. And that second game, Laguna versus Davao, all important, especially for Laguna as they try to chase Pampanga and try to get home court advantage in the wild card round, which starts September 29th.
Okay, September 26th, All-Star Game. Dara sa Sugbo, and we'll have the awards, regular season awards. We'll have the All-Star Game.
Nakaboto na kami.
Nakaboto na kami. At saka, buong panel boboto. At saka we'll see you there in Cebu, and you'll get it here on 23 of first. Parting shot, my friend.
Well, once again, a great pair of games we had today. Blowouts nonetheless, pero pinakita ng mga teams na nangangailangan talagang manalo that when it comes to coming up with playoff-style basketball here in the NBA, the home team or the teams that really need it do produce.
Thank you very much. In behalf of Lexi, Pia, Butch, and yours truly, Seb Sermet, it's been a pleasure presenting the games to you. The game, in fact, from Antique. We'll see you soon here in your MBA.
For students